opinion doesn't matter. The podcast where we give you our opinions and they simply do not matter. We are your host. I am the lovely Rocky.
And I'm Jay.
And this week we have some strong opinions about a movie and a TV show that we watched.
We do.
We actually binged the whole, I mean, it only had 8 episodes, the whole season last night.
Right. Of Boo Bitch. I was looking at Atlas. Sorry.
So, okay, I guess we'll start with Boo Bitch then. Yeah. So it is a Netflix original, I'm assuming.
Yes.
That was a strong claim.
I think
it's on
so,
Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, yes.
And it is called Boo Bitch. And let me just read you the synopsis real quick.
Okay.
Let's pull that up.
We'll do the synopsis and then we'll just do our opinions on what we thought of the movie, I guess.
Bitch. Boo Bitch is an American comedy miniseries. Oh, that tells me nothing. Where's the
I mean, I can give a synopsis real quick. I ain't got no problem doing that.
But I wanted to see what they said about it. 2 senior BFFs make a last-ditch attempt to be seen, but when one of them becomes a ghost, she'll need to really live her best life while she can. But when one of them becomes a ghost... Oh, it just repeated the same thing twice. Anyway.
There you go.
So 2 best friends, one of them dies, and then they have to... What do they call it? Unfinished
business.
Yeah. UFB?
UB. Well, yeah, UFB.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
They use a lot of acronyms in the show.
They use way too many acronyms, and I just feel like
it
could have been fucking avoided.
It's like that Disney Channel song, the TTYXOX.
TTLXOX. B my BFF, cause I DK. Okay, sorry.
And if Bella Thorne was still a Disney star when this show came out, she would have definitely been the best friend.
Yuck.
She 100% would have. It was totally a character they would have put her in.
I'm not a Bella Thorne hater.
I'm not a Bella Thorne hater either. I'm just saying.
TTYLXOX is better with the Zendaya remix, and you can't tell me anything different. So.
Anyway, so Boo Bitch. What are your opinions? Spoilers, by the way. If you
haven't seen it, do just skip this whole part, honestly, because
skip the whole podcast.
Skip the whole podcast. I'm just kidding. But here's the thing. My opinion on the movie is it's predictable. Once you get to a certain point of the show, it's 100% predictable at that point. You're just like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. This is what's going to happen next. Then this, and this. I mean, I gave her literally the rundown, and then I was like, and scene. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what the fuck happened. I'm pretty good at guessing things, though.
Yeah, you are.
And, I'm pretty spot on most of the time. She'll be like, why do you always know this? And I'm like, I don't know, because every movie we've ever seen ever in life is so damn predictable that I already know what's going to happen immediately after.
I'm that way with books more so than movies.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
You're good at being like, oh my God, I know what's going to happen after this chapter. I already know. And then it just happens. Yep.
But so the show starts off with, it's very much the beginning of the movie Booksmart. If anyone has seen that, the 2 nerdy straight A students who feel like they haven't really lived their best life because they've been too focused on academics or whatever actually brings them joy, because apparently we can't do things that bring us joy. We have to do what everyone else wants us to do.
Exactly.
And they decide to go to a party of one of their crushes. So they go to this party, and on the way home, they're walking home, which good for them because they were drinking. So, no drunk driving in this movie.
Yeah.
So they're walking home. And as they're walking home, a car hits a moose, and the moose squishes one of the best friends.
Can't tell you who, though. We can't spoil it all for you, so we can't tell you which one, but it squishes one of them, and...
When they wake up the next day, the one who is still a ghost, they can still see each other.
Yeah.
Because they are a part of each other's unfinished business.
Right.
And so they go to try and find a necklace. And when they go to find their missing necklace, that's when they realize that one of them is dead.
It's a pretty predictable show. Like, once you watch the show, it's 100% the most predictable shit that you'll ever see in your life. You'll be like, how come I didn't think of this? How come, like, once you get to the end, you'll be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is the dumbest, but it's actually really good trash.
It is really good trash.
Yeah, we call that, when we say really good trash, it's a really good show, but it's also fucking, that was my phone.
That
but it's
scared the
all,
fuck out of
sorry,
me.
but it's also just trash. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good show, but it's just straight garbage.
So, of course, the one that's dead, or the ghost, is trying to live her best life as part of her unfinished business. And it falls into the trope of where the one that got bullied becomes the bully. But it even, like, to the point where, so she basically becomes, like, TikTok famous. I don't know if they actually use the name TikTok or if they make up, like, a different app for it. I think they do say TikTok, though.
I'm pretty sure they do say TikTok.
Because, like, she's making a TikTok in the hallway.
Yeah, they definitely say TikTok.
And so she's, like, in her room, like, opening up her, like, unboxing. Her parents come in, and she's like, Daddy, you are ruining my unboxing.
Yeah, she's an influencer now.
But the thing is, she doesn't talk like that.
Like,
at all. Like, that she was...
Like, she never talked like that until she got popular.
Yeah. And then, like, even the guy she liked that ended up falling for her old self was like, you're being a fucking bitch. And, like, you're full of drama.
So... Mean Girls, basically. Mean Girls mixed with Booksmart.
It really is, because there was a part where they say, you can't sit with us.
I was like,
Mean Girls callback?
I was like, this reminds me of a certain something.
But then it turns out that prom is the unfinished business.
Yeah.
Even though this girl, like, so she got canceled for trying to cancel prom.
Yes.
Because she didn't want her unfinished business to end, so she wouldn't, like, disappear. But then, of course, it is a movie, and regardless of the fact that she was a bitch to everybody, like, disrespectful to teachers, like, having kids, like, rip up tests and refusing to take them because you can't send all of us to detention.
I'm like, girl, yes, they fucking can. You know how many classrooms is in this bitch? Yeah, you can all go to detention. I don't know what the fuck you thought. And the fact is, like, she was a shitty main character. I don't know what it is with Netflix shows. I have such a fucking tangent about this.
Go on it.
Every fucking show has the trash ass lead character. What's that show? Never Have I Ever?
I've never watched it.
Paxton, the girl.
Oh yeah,
the Indian chick. So I got to the end. She didn't. But here's the problem. She was a trash ass main character all the way from the beginning to the end. She just is. And that's the thing, is like every like Netflix show either has a trash lead character or the lead character has just trash ass friends.
Yeah.
Or it's just gay, like First Kill.
Oh my gosh, First Kill. Can we talk about First Kill? So, literally in the theme song of First Kill, they say, like, our love will be better than Edward and Bella.
What? Like, that's just so fucking crusty, dog. Like,
for those of you who don't know, First Kill is about
It's Romeo and Juliet.
It's basically... But,
like, two girls.
It's Romeo and Juliet, but it's based in, like, a world, like, it's our world, but monsters are known in common. So, like,
calling all the monsters.
So, like, people know about zombies and ghouls and vampires and werewolves and all that stuff.
Trash.
And so there's monster hunters and then there's monsters.
Trash trope, first of all.
And
trash trope. It's overdone, overwatched. We need to throw it in the trash.
Even to the point where at the school an alarm goes off and it's the monster alarm. Like, it's like a monster intruder. But the vampire, who is like a legacy vampire, and she's like the highest, you know, basically vampire princess, falls in love with a vampire hunter.
She's a legacy. So she's a legacy vampire. So she was born from the main legacy line of vampires, and so she is supposed to basically like have her first kill, and she falls in love with a vampire hunter girl. I mean, it's pretty obvious kind of what happens from there. I mean, the parents are like, hell no, fam. Like, y'all got to stay away from each other. This is not what's up. It's just such a overdone shitty trope, but I feel like we don't have anything else to create because we've done everything. So now we're just like, hey, what about Romeo and Juliet? But
make it vampires.
Modern lesbian vamps. And then run with that. It literally took no like hard critical thinking to come up with this, because we literally could have woke up one day and be like, hey, what about Romeo and Juliet, but 2 girls and vampires? Run with it. And we could have literally done it from our iPhones. Like, honestly, we could have made the whole movie from our iPhones.
There's this shitty thing they do over and over again where, so the girl's having like, I would call it like bloodlust. Like she's craving blood, and she used to get from her mom, I don't know, some black market.
It was like blood
pills.
Yeah.
That like little capsules that she could take that would make the cravings go away. But every time she would hit a craving, like intense music would start playing, almost like sexy music at a point.
It's like a boss battle when you're on Skyrim. I'm sorry, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and the dragons like just appear out of nowhere, and it's like a boss battle.
And then it turns all red, and then she's moving in like slow motion through everything, and I'm like, girl,
it's a boss battle with herself.
Fucking bite somebody.
Just kill someone already. God dang! Like we're 5 episodes in, and you're still doing this. Boom, boom, like you're still doing this ghetto shit. Just eat somebody's face and be done, dog.
But her morals, like she's like, I'm
trash.
not gonna kill.
So what?
Anybody.
If I'm a vampire, I'm killing everybody.
Meanwhile, her sister, like her older sister's out there being like, this guy
delicious.
just took some ecstasy. Let's go drink his blood and get high.
Yeah, literally.
That literally happens.
Her sister, I don't know if her sister's trash too. But yeah, sort of. But it's fine.
Her sister really wants to keep the legacy is the only thing. She likes the power that comes with it.
Yeah.
But she also doesn't. Like, I really thought she was going to turn on the dad because, spoiler, the dad isn't a vampire. The mom turned him, and that's why the grandma, like, is super concerned about this legacy dying.
Yeah. He's a vampire, but he's not born of a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
He's turned. He's just turned. Like she just turned him to a vampire. So he's not born into the legacy line.
Yeah.
The whole premise is just,
I don't even remember how it ends. I don't think I watched the last episode with you.
And I refused.
Apparently we didn't finish it, so.
And then, okay, so we watched that.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to stay on that topic too long.
No. And then
that shit's trash.
The other night we watched this movie that people have been raving about. Raving and raging.
But we have a very
opposite opinion.
Yeah, we have a very opposing. Go ahead.
Well, you were playing with the thing and it was very distracting.
Sorry.
Anyway, we watched the movie called Princess. Is it called The Princess or just Princess?
It's The Princess.
The Princess. And it is basically if Brave, the Disney movie, wasn't a Disney movie. Like, if they didn't have the Disney guidelines to go off of like gore, cussing.
Yep. It's Brave, non-Disney.
Brave rated R.
Basically, yeah, because it rocketed us into a movie that we were like, okay, but then there was just immediate action, and then there were Joey King is a person who plays the princess.
Yeah, she's the main character
from Kissing Booth. If you don't know who she is,
also she played Gypsy Rose in the Hulu original.
Okay, and so the biggest thing is that she barely had lines.
Honestly,
I heard her speak
like
maybe 5 times, and I was just like,
and most of the time it was Get off me.
Well, most of the time it was her screaming someone's name because someone's getting stabbed or someone's
Lynn.
right. Like
Lynn.
I'm just like, I don't understand.
Like, really, she just kind of fought for the whole
she just
first
basically went hard the whole
because
movie.
she was on the top of the tower and she had to make her way down to the bottom of the tower.
It's a girl version of John Wick.
But John Wick
had more commentary. But
yes.
It's a girl version of John Wick.
And like I understand like, oh, like let's have an action movie with a girl. Can you give her more lines? Because I felt like it was very much, you know how in I don't know if you've ever watched Sleeping Beauty. You haven't watched many Disney movies. In Sleeping Beauty's mom.
Sleeping Beauty.
She either only says one line or she has no lines altogether. Like she never speaks throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
That is what it felt like. The only time she talked is when people talked to her first. Like she never started her own dialogue. Unless it was to tell him to like fuck off.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it was the same concept as Brave.
She wants to fight. She wants to be a knight. She doesn't want to get married. She doesn't want to have to do all that. And her father's like, too damn bad. We didn't have a son. We had a daughter. And we don't have an heir. So you have to get married so we can have an heir. And she's like, no, I want to be a knight.
And then the person. Sorry, I'm yawning. I don't know what like status the person she was gonna marry was. I don't know if he was like a prince from somewhere else. I don't know if they ever said that.
I think that was his brother.
No, was it? She wouldn't marry his uncle.
I don't know, or maybe his friend.
I don't think it was that like incesty.
I don't know.
I mean, back in the day it would have been, but in the movie it wasn't.
This was like.
But the guy was basically, you could tell he was bad because instead of wearing the light like ivory colors, he was wearing a black shirt. And he had dark hair.
Black dress.
He honestly, I don't know who that actor was, but he looked like Jacksepticeye.
He is from Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And he is Abraham's friend who is the vampire. And Abraham finds out and is very upset. Very upsetty spaghetti.
I was just going to say that.
What?
Upsetty spaghetti. Oh.
But yeah, so that's where he's from. That's the main movie I know him from. As far as that, I've never seen him in anything else. I might have, and I just don't remember.
I don't know. But I was really upset that there was like lack of background to it. Like I felt like
we were confused the whole time because there was really no background. The only background we got was she doesn't want to marry this
flashbacks.
Dude. Yeah, she doesn't want to marry this dude, and this dude wants to marry her.
Yeah, then it gets like really weird because he's like, well, she's not going to marry me. I'll just kill her and marry her 12-year-old sister.
Which is gross.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Because he just wanted the throne.
Yeah,
like, he didn't care.
Super weird. And I was like,
But of course, at the end, spoilers, obviously, they kill everybody who, like, she, like, uses her sword and, like, chops his head clean off.
Yeah, like.
And then her dad is like, attention, everybody. Ring the bell until midnight. Which, that would be annoying to ring the chapel bells until midnight. Excuse me? No.
I want to go to bed. Like, I don't want to hear the ding-dong shit for.
Because the heir was born and he was going to finally let her be the heir to the throne.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, aren't we
could have done that from the start.
Before she got cut up and someone almost died and the dad got stabbed. Little sister
was drowned.
Little sister was forced into marriage.
It's a lot. It's a lot of unnecessary shit is really what it is. It's just a lot of unnecessary bull. And
so I guess part of it's our fault for not like looking into like the trailer more of what it was.
Yeah.
But then you also figure that the trailer is going to show the action. Like, why would the trailer show the like the in between dialogue.
And well, the trailer I've seen just the same one over and over and over. It doesn't.
It's
The
like the
trailer was
preview.
like the same trailer every single time. It never changed. It was just the same. And I was like, okay, this looks kind of cool. Very action packed, but it was like too much.
Yeah.
Like I want some fillers. I want some dialogue. I want to know what the fuck is going on and why we don't like this man. But it's like, no, you don't get that. Okay, well, we tried.
Yeah.
Basically. We gave it a good shot. Give it a good go.
We really did. We really did.
But it's just not the movie for us. You know, we need some substance.
Exactly. It was lacking.
Need some substance.
It was lacking everything, honestly.
Everything.
I'm gonna fight you.
Okay. But besides that, we've been just kind of. Oh my God, we looked at a wedding venue today.
Oh my God. Okay, so I know.
And this is not a good. Oh my God, this is a.
Okay, let's just back up. So I understand I'm not getting married. We're not getting married until 2024. But every venue I have messaged or look into time frames, they're like, we've already filled up for 2023. You have to get your 2024 like bookings in now. And I'm like, oh, okay, great, love that. So we wanted to keep an affordable wedding. Like was our budget, was just affordable. And so there's this website called theknot.com, and it's a wedding planning site, and it'll give you like checklists. So like by this date you should have this locked down, by this date you should have this, and it gives you like a list of venues in your area or whatever area you want to get married in. And so I'm looking through at like the affordable and inexpensive ones, and I found one that was in our price range, and it was close in Wichita, and I have like family members who live in Wichita, and so I'm like, that's perfect, so then no one has to travel, whatever. And so I look it up on the Knot, and every rating on there is a 5-star, like a 4 to 5 star rating. I'm like, okay, pretty decent. Like it means like, they haven't fucked up big time. I look on Google. Their ratings are no less than like, I think one was like a 3-star rating, and then the rest were like 4s and 5s.
I thought you said there was no 3 stars.
Maybe. I don't remember. Either way, whatever I told you earlier.
Okay.
So there was no 3 stars. It was all 4s and 5s. And so I look at the pictures, and they look small, which we don't plan on having a huge wedding anyway. And it said it would fit the amount of guests we wanted, and the pictures looked really nice. Like they were decent.
Yeah.
And so I messaged this lady, and I'm like, hey, I'm interested in your venue. How far in advance, like, do you take bookings? Like, I just want to know to make sure I have everything in order. And she was like, well, actually, we're going to be raising our prices $500 in the next year. So if you want to have this year's price, you have to book before January. And I was like, all right, bet. Can we come see the venue? And she's like, absolutely. Come on down. So we drive there, which is only like an 8-minute drive from our house. And we turn, and the minute you turn onto the road, you see a busted liquor store with graffiti on the side. And then right next to that, you see like this weird like billboard with the hearts on it that like shows where the wedding venue is, but it's like super run down. And the outside honestly looks like a barn you would find in like the middle of nowhere. And then as you pull into the parking lot, you realize you are in the backyard of the house in front of the... It is like not a venue on its own. It is literally in the middle of a residential area. Like there's a house in front of it. Like you can see the person's backyard. And then behind it, was it a trailer park or an RV park?
So behind the venue was a RV park, trailer park thing.
And we're not hating on trailers.
No, by no means.
But
there is a huge difference between a nice trailer park and
a
pretty rundown trailer park.
And this was a rundown one.
I've worked in the field long enough, especially on the south side, where a lot of trailer parks are, and a lot of them are very rundown, very old, very, go lay down, go.
For those
very
of you,
Sorry, we have a dog and he's all up in our grill. but very rundown, very old, very not well kept. This was the state of the trailer park behind the building. The building was very rundown and unkept as well on the outside. The inside was okay, but it was pretty small.
It
and
was.
then like the table where like normally you have the bride and groom and then
the wedding party.
Right, the wedding party, groomsmen and the bridesmaids. Normally they're all sitting like together, but in this is it's just it would just be us two, because there's no room to have like a longer table. And I'm like, yeah, this is trash. And actually,
I will add that you remember that little flower bed she showed? That's where the pictures are supposed to be taken. That was the patio area for pictures.
So the patio area was also the smoking area. It was all together, and it was very small. And if we wanted our photos taken, it would have been in front of some very unkept wooded area behind or like beside the. So it'd be either where the trailer park is, where the unkept lawn and woods are, or where the other house is behind the venue. Go behind the venue. So I'm just like, this is not. There's barely any parking too. Keep in mind, if we wanted more people to be there, there wasn't that much parking. People would have had to either park in the street alongside, and it's keep in mind, this is in a residential area. So think of if we had music going, people going in and out of the door, just in and out. Think of how annoying it's gonna be for the neighbors around. They're gonna be like, you guys need to turn that shit off or turn it down. I don't know what the rules would be for that. But at that point, I was like, I don't think this is what we want. Like, this is not what we want to do. This is not what we came here for. I think it's time that we part ways. And then
we realized the lady we met with, who is the owner of the building, her wedding was some of the pictures that she had posted on Facebook.
Yeah, so on their Facebook page, there was like there was photos of like weddings, but there's only photos of one wedding, and it's not anyone else's because of the tablecloths and stuff like that. And when you see that, all you see is like just the red. I think it was like red and white or something. It was her wedding that she put in the photography, in the photos for Facebook. Nobody else's wedding, just hers. And that told me that she probably had no other weddings there except for the one she's doing rehearsal for.
Yeah, there was one. There was one in May, and there was pictures of that one. Okay. But those were posted by the person whose wedding it was. It was not posted by the venue itself. Right. And so I could see that in like their tagged photos.
Yeah, and I mean the wedding didn't look bad.
No, it really didn't look bad.
But I don't want to be in front of behind someone's house, in front of a trailer park, and beside a busted ass liquor store. Like
I'm trying to have a budget wedding, but not that low of a budget wedding. Yes. Like I hate to sound like that, but at the same time, it's our wedding. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
It's our wedding, and if we want it to be a certain way, then that's what we're gonna do. Exactly. We don't have to have it.
Well, and then like looking, because we weren't like, we were kind of set on that one, just because we wanted the price, but obviously we were looking at other ones, and we're like, no, because we can get this for the same price, something so much better. Yeah, basically, yeah. If not, just like a little bit more expensive. Yeah. No, that was trash.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, and it kind of left a bad taste in both of our mouths at that point. We were just kind of like, we don't want to do this. So
not there.
Yeah, we're still looking. We're still trying to figure out what we want to do, and kind of venues. So if anyone has any ideas, please shoot me a DM. Most of the people that watch this know who I am. Yeah. Shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram or what other cell phone, whatever. Just let me know if you guys have any ideas on venues and stuff, because that shit was trash. Like, I was like, nah.
And like I said, I know it's not till 2024, but at the same time, like a venue just messaged me today and said most people book 24 months in advance. Like,
and we're still 2 years out.
Yeah, like we're that's
2.5 years out. Like, we're not even there yet. So it's okay.
I mean, 24 months is 2 years, baby. That's what I just said. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant like we didn't need to. I'm sleep deprived.
This girl need to go to bed. But yeah, so that was kind of like our eventful day, and
Yeah. It did. I don't know. It kind of just like opened the door to be like, okay, let's get serious. Let's not just.
I will say, you asked me to marry you, and which is obviously my first time ever anyone ever really asking me to marry them, and of course you asked me, and then I was like, okay, we'll be engaged for a while. But then you're like, oh no, we need to set a date. And I'm like, oh, this bitch is really serious.
Yes, because I was faking before.
I mean, not that you were faking, but I'm saying, like, you know how people do it, and then they'll be like, all right, and then like, no date set, nothing.
No.
But you were like, nah, bitch, like we're setting a date, we're doing this thing, and I'm like, okay, like, bet.
When I say I'm doing something, I'm doing it.
Well, we know that, like, no faith lost.
Exactly.
So, but I was surprised. I was like, wow, yeah, she's on it. She's on the shit.
I'm also anxious as fuck, so I feel like I have to plan everything now.
She is anxious. We're both really anxious, but
in different ways.
In different ways about very different things. So that's good.
Also, sorry for anyone watching if you're getting annoyed by me touching my hair every 10 seconds. I'm having a sensory issue with it touching my neck, and so I'm not just playing with my hair, it's tickling me.
It's okay. It's all right. You're just one of those girls that are like, oh my God.
Hair flip.
Touch my hair. It's
no.
fine.
Nah.
It's fine. Nah. It is what it is.
Yeah. No, but I'm excited for the wedding.
Me too.
Yeah. I'll be more, like, I feel more at ease when things are actually, like, set in stone. And, like, we have
a venue done.
Mm-hmm.
We have our, like,
decorations
my
and shit.
suit, her dress, like, everything's done. We don't have to do anything else. That's when it'll be good.
Yeah.
You know?
So we just did a podcast on Wednesday,
yeah.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's only been 3 days.
Yeah, I mean,
since we've last.
Your belly button's showing.
Oh no! Not my belly button.
But I mean, I just feel like, one other tangent I can go on, I guess, is like work. Oh,
I got the chills.
God.
Sorry.
Is this bitch is possessed? Is work. So, obviously, some of you know that I may or may not be parting ways with the place I work at now.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously I'm looking at other opportunities and things like that. And people have definitely been helping me as far as what other places are hiring, and, not taking a super huge pay cut or whatever. Just trying to be mentally happy for once, and not feeling like, oh, I have to work, I have to do this, I have to do that. Like, I can actually, like, do something I really, really enjoy, or something that's just, like, completely mindless. Like, I'm not responsible for a lot of shit. A lot of you know that I've definitely been battling mental health, like, forever, my whole life, basically. And I think this year it got bad with the job I work at now, just because of the experience I've had being at this job for a year has been a roller coaster.
So you'll go into more detail when
I decide to leave. I will go into much more detail.
That'll be a you only podcast.
That'll probably be like a video for you to know what the fuck I went through. Because there's not a lot of people that know, and some people don't know all of it at all. Just her, because she's been here with me since I started this job. She's been here. But I hate when you think you're gonna leave and go to a new job, and you're like, this is gonna be a great job for me. The first thing your mind is the pay, right? You're like, the pay is gonna be awesome. The pay is going to be great. I'm excited because then I'll be able to pay all my bills and then go out and do whatever I want, or buy a bunch of shit that I don't need to buy. But my mom said something that sat with me. She said, not all money is good money. Isn't that what she said?
It is what she said.
And it stuck with me because my mom, love her very much, and I know she'll listen to this. But
does she listen to our podcast?
She does. And the biggest thing about it is she was always the person who would be like, does it pay enough? Is the pay good? I mean, you need to find something with better pay. Didn't matter if it was affecting my mental health or not. She was all about pay. But at the end of the day, now she's just like, no, because I know what it's like to be in a job where, yeah, the pay is good, but the job sucks, or the pay sucks and the job sucks. Like,
because she has recently just left a job.
Recently, well, not recently, but like, I think she's been there for like 3 years. But before that, you know, she went through a lot with her job she was at for a long time, and then like a little filler job, and then now she's at a job she loves, because she's in a position that she loves. But she's definitely been there where it's like not all money is good money. Sometimes you have to take that pay cut to feel mentally sane. And, you know, my mental health got so bad that, you know, I was in the ER and I was not feeling the best after this job. And and it just kind of came out of nowhere, sort of. But it kind of built up to that. But I stream a lot now because that's something that I love doing, and I love just streaming whatever you guys want me to stream, or whatever the case may be. But I love streaming, and that's something I love doing. So I know that the podcast is something that you guys like listening to.
I love recording it.
Yeah, we see your comments. We see TikTok is.
I mean, I know it's not a lot in comparison to like what some people get, but our last TikTok got like over 700 views
for just a clip of us being us.
It was literally just the intro.
It was literally just an intro, and the intro was what, 10 seconds long. Like, it wasn't even that big, and people were like, "Oh hell yeah!" Like, they were loving it. So it's one of those things where it's like, I absolutely love the fact that we're getting so much love and like recognition that we need to get. And then as far as me streaming, I took a big ass break for, probably a year. I came back and I joined a streaming content team, and then my average viewers are actually like 7, and it's nice. The lowest amount now I have is 7. Like, there's at least 7 people viewing at all times. So it's really nice to have the support now that I've been really wanted to get before. But I've noticed, like, when I take breaks and I come back, that still streams, like, blow up. Like, I will be gone for so long, and then I'll come back, and there's, like, 30-something people, like, whoa, where have you been?
So maybe instead of streaming every day, set up a schedule where you're not... Because if you're giving people... I don't know. I'm not a content creator. I'm not an influencer by any means. I don't know. I know TikTok algorithm is going to make you feel like you have to post content.
You have to literally post content
daily,
every second of the fucking day, I feel like.
Also, I post a lot of TikToks. I think my TikTok is called Rocky's Modern Life, if you want to check it out.
It is. That's exactly what it's called. She's plugging herself, and I don't know why she's acting like she don't know what it is, but she does.
Shameless self-promo. If anyone knows Tyler Oakley, like old Tyler Oakley... That's what he used to always say. Anyway, what was I saying before I plugged my own TikTok? Oh, posting every day. So you might not need to stream every day, because if you're giving people content every day, they're going to be like, oh, well, I could miss it today because he's just going to do it tomorrow.
Right.
And then they're going to continue that habit of not being used to watching you. But if you have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, like, oh, shit, it's Friday. I have to catch Simulation Friday or whatever the fuck it is.
Okay. So you guys are hearing this. You drop a comment and you let me know if that is something that you feel like might work. Because if you guys feel like it could work, then...
Because it's how
Saturdays and Sundays are never good. Just because... I'm sorry, I'm human too. So on Saturdays, I'm not gonna be watching people stream. Sundays, I'm not gonna watch people stream. I'm literally gonna be doing stuff, being busy,
exactly,
keeping myself busy, whatever. But during the week time, you know, those are the times where, you know, more than likely I'll be on watching, you know, people stream and stuff, because I'll be at home, because I'm not going anywhere after I get off work. But I think that's like one huge reason why I always try to stream on Saturdays and Sundays, because people like us, we don't go out a lot. We try to stay at home in our comfort zone.
People like us, he means introverts.
Yeah, basically. I'm an introverted extrovert, I would say.
No, if you're an extroverted introvert.
Oh, extroverted introvert. So I'm obviously outgoing, but I like to stay in my corner because of the fact that I feel safe at home. I feel my best when I'm here and not out there. And especially nowadays, I refuse to want to go outside. I love being inside now. So,
yeah. And I've always been an introvert. I'm like an introverted introvert.
Yeah.
Big time staying at home. And I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, my friend Caitlin would invite me out. She would be like, hey, let's go to so-and-so's house, whatever. And there's times where I'd be like, sorry, can't. But it would just be because I didn't know where to park. Like, I'm like, well, I don't know what the parking's going to look like. Can't go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, can't do it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, if you drive me there, I will go anywhere. As long as you drive me.
Well, yeah, she like never drives when we're together. So
I'm
it's
a passenger princess.
Yeah, she's always in the passenger seat, and I'm always driving most of the time. So.
And that's for the best. I don't know if anyone's ever driven with me. It's for the best.
That is facts. It is definitely for the fucking best.
It is.
And like, I love you so much.
I know myself.
But have you seen I Love You, Beth Cooper?
Yeah, no, I actually haven't. Sorry,
What the? Wait, this bitch has never seen I Love You, Beth Cooper. If you've seen it and you've seen Hayden Panettiere driving that bitch, this is how she drives, and I'm gonna make her watch it after we're done because I want her to know what I feel like.
I'm gonna fall asleep. So
when she drives, what I feel like when she drives. You're not gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna freaking punch you. I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
You guys heard it here.
No, I would never do
on the podcast.
I would never do that to you. But, yeah, she drives like that. So I refuse to let her risk my life, my beautiful life, for her to be driving like a maniac. So, no, I'm good. I'm Gucci.
I know. Especially Wichita driving. I'm not.
Oh, my God.
I'm better
Wichita
at it.
drivers are just.
I'm better at it than I was, obviously, when I first moved here. Now I can, like, maneuver more places and I'm a little more, like, open to being like, hey, we need to go here. Can you run for me? Like,
Also, quick question. If we did, like, a music review channel.
A music review?
Like, movie review channel, sorry.
I was like,
music's my thing, my bad.
I say we literally just went over the fact that someone asked you if I sang, and Caitlin is probably cackling while listening to this because my singing is the equivalent.
Hold on. She thought all the members of Fifth Harmony were the same person.
I knew there was multiple people.
Hold on. She thought all of Little Mix.
Let me defend myself real quick. I knew they were multiple people, but to my ears, they all sound the same. I cannot differentiate between
So
who
basically,
is singing.
Camila Cabello sounds like Normani.
When they were together, yes.
So Camila that sings, what's that song with Willow?
Psycho Freak?
Feeling like a psycho freak sometimes, trying to get connected, no
Stop,
Wi-Fi.
we post this on YouTube. We're gonna get copyright.
And then there's Normani.
Pull up on
I'm
you.
ready to pull up on you. I'm ready to do what I do. Baby, what you want to do? Like, that is not the same person. That's not the same
I know
person.
they're not the same person. I'm aware. I just can't hear the differences in their voices when they're all together. It's like I was telling them, if anyone has listened to Mean Girls the musical, first of all, you should. It is amazing.
Not.
You
it's
should.
Trash.
You don't like musicals, so you can't say.
I like stuff.
Okay. Anyway, there's a song called Apex Predator where why can I not think of?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, Janice Ian's character and Katie Heron.
Isn't that
or Herring, whatever.
Katie Heron. Yeah.
They're both singing. Like, first part's from Janice's point of view, the second part's from Katie's point of view. And for the longest time, I was so confused by the lyrics of it because I didn't realize it was two different people singing. A friend had to tell me, like, there's two people singing. That's why it doesn't make sense. I'm like, oh. And now I can, like, barely tell the difference. Also, on podcast, I listened to this podcast called This Podcast Will Kill You. And they talk about different diseases and they talk about the biology and the history. Can't tell them apart. My Favorite Murder, when I used to listen to that, Karen Hardstark and Georgia, whatever the fuck her name is. I can't remember what Georgia's last name is. I can't tell them apart. It took me forever. And the only reason I was able to finally tell them apart is because someone made like a little cartoon version of them and they would like post little clips from their weekly podcast. Then I was finally able to tell who was who.
Nice.
But my ears just don't hear it.
Awesome. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, somebody asked me if she sang, and I was like, nah. Like, some people think I was going to end up with a musician, and I was like, no. Like, sorry, but absolutely not. And you can hate on me all you want for me saying but I am a musician, and I am allowed to say fucking because musicians are ill, and they're toxic AF, and takes one to know one, so you're welcome.
People would pay me to stop singing if I tried to sing.
I honestly would pay her to sing because I love it when she does because it's so fucking cute.
The funniest thing is I sing for fun because I know the words to the song.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know
and
the words.
I never seriously sing. Like,
no, you joke sing a lot. But there's like every now and again you will be like, oh my god, you just harmonized, or oh my god, you were actually on the right note, and I'm like, I was, oh my god, so excited.
And then she fucks it up after. Immediately after too. Like, I'll say it and then she'll be like, and wrong note, and I'll be like, I'll take that back.
It's just so funny because you get so excited, and I'm like, it's not going to continue. I don't know why. And
it never does. It never does. It literally just like
It all
just
sounds
goes
the same
south.
to me.
It just goes south after, and I'm just like, okay, well.
I'm such a bad singer that yesterday, Jay, and I will quote you word for word. You asked me, "Do you hear yourself when you sing?"
I did. I truly wanted to know if she sat here and heard herself, because I asked her. I said, and I wasn't being rude.
No, you weren't. It was like, just funny.
What do you hear when you sing? Because when I sing, I hear myself sing, and I try to match whatever I'm singing, right?
No,
sometimes, for the most part, but sometimes I'll just be like fucking around. But when I hear you sing, I literally want to know.
I just go for the right words.
What the fuck do you think you're hearing? What the fuck do you think you're hearing with the song? Like, what the fuck do you think you're hearing ever? This bitch can't hear it either. I just want everybody to know that she has the most
false.
She is lying. She is lying. She is gaslighting me right now. This is not fucking. She's lying. She literally.
It's true. I can't hear shit.
Cannot fucking hear. Like, I'll be like, dude, and I'll be like in her face talking. She'll be like, what? And I'll be like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the neck. Did you hear that? She'll be like, wow, that's rude. You know what's rude? You not listening to me.
And it's not that I'm not listening. It's just
She ain't got her active listening ears on, guys. For a teacher, you should know what those are. Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's okay.
Literally can't hear shit. It's fine.
You really are terrible at listening. Or you're terrible at hearing. Let's rephrase.
I've passed every hearing test except for
the
one.
doctors lied to her, and they just said, hey, get this bitch out of here. You can hear, get out. Like, they didn't.
I heard the beeps. I raised the right hand. That's what our hearing test used to be. When you hear a beep, raise your hand.
They need to do a talking hearing test, because I think that when I talk to you and it goes in your ear, your brain has a hard time comprehending what I'm saying. Also,
not to get like self-diagnosy over here, but I think I have an auditory processing disorder, and I can say that because I've had trainings on those before, and I swear to God, I have an auditory.
What you sound like?
What? Are you gonna say?
I'm done about fire, and yeah, like I know more than you about it because I've done about fire. I've been chained on about fire. That's what you sound like. It is so gross. Like, it makes you want to bomb, like because you're like, and I can say that because I've done about fire. Like,
Do you know what I'm happy about? The fact that you're mocking me and not giving me the Kermit voice.
You want me to?
No. No.
I've done it before. I've done it before.
I'm going to shove the microphone down your throat.
I'm going to shove the microphone down your throat. You can try that. You can try that. You'd kill me and you'd miss me. So, bye, bitch. Bye your life. Good night.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
You thought you ate?
We talked about that already.
It's just funny every time. What does it matter whether I talked about it or not? I say it anyways. You thought you ate. Literally just now. We talked about it. She's going to beat my ass.
I'm quitting the podcast.
It's literally just going to be my opinion. And yours isn't in it at all. It's just going to, next time you see this, it's just going to be me being like, hey guys, she really quit. She really said goodbye.
4 episodes in.
She really said,
peace out.
Peace out,
I
Girl
like
Scout.
how you said she really said and then paused. This is an audio podcast, babe. Not everyone watches it.
Well, yeah, but some people watch the video, the YouTube video.
Yeah. Little bits of people.
And also it's on Spotify. The video's on Spotify.
I've never seen that before, and the fact that that's an option blows my mind.
It is an option. So
you can watch
get
the
your
video
shit
on
together.
Spotify.
You can. And so you don't have to just put the phone down. You could look at our beautiful faces as well. My beautiful face. Kidding. Ours. Jesus. No, but for real.
Lordy.
But we got a few minutes.
We got a few minutes to kill. I'll go on my little tangent that I was going to go on. So my dad posted a Facebook status.
Sorry.
Anyway, my dad posted a Facebook status that was like a list of food because he always posts those things where it's like, repost this to yours. Da, 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 da. Anyway, and it said, put an X next to food you won't eat. And I think it was like a list of like 50 foods.
Straight edge. Sorry.
And he like posted it next to like, what
Continue.
are you doing?
Where's my phone? There it is.
He posted it next to like sushi, okra, liver, like stuff like that. And then my brother, sorry brother if you ever listen to this, he posted a comment on it that said, I've eaten all these food and none of them disgust me. And I'm like, and he's posted stuff like that on my Facebook before, because when I went to Arizona with my roommate, I ate sushi for the first time, and I posted about it because I was like really excited because I'm a picky eater, and I was like, oh, look what I ate. And he was like shaming me for being a picky eater. You're not an elitist just because you eat all foods. I'm sorry, I have opinions on food and you don't. Like, I don't know, it just kind of pissed me off. And I don't know if it pissed me off because like I have like brother issues because like I didn't know my brothers growing up, or if it pissed me off because I'm really pissed off about him being elitist about like not being a picky eater.
So John was being...
No, John.
Your dad?
My dad posted it, but then my brother commented
Oh,
on it.
whoa.
One of the ones that live in California.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
I know he's like, I've eaten all these foods and I'm not disgusted by any of them. I'm like, I'm sorry, you like liver.
You should have literally commented and be like, so...
Like
the shit that I do when I make a post and someone says something that I don't like, I just say so.
It just felt very elitist to be like,
Or
I've eaten all these food.
Or I'll say and.
Good for you.
It's literally comments like that where like I'll say something and they'll say, well, it didn't happen to me, and I'm like, okay,
But it happened to me, bitch.
okay, so bitch, I didn't make it for you,
Right?
at all. This is for me, sir, ma'am, for me.
Yeah. I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way, but a lot of things my brother does like irritate me, and I don't know why.
Wish I was friends with your dad on Facebook because I would literally comment him on and be like, okay, and
Do it,
you
Adam.
special. I should add John. I don't know why I'm not friends with him. He loves me.
I don't, yeah.
It's disgusting.
Both of my parents think Jay is like the best thing since sliced bread. So.
I am. Any person that's watching this knows for a fact that I'm the baddest bitch.
And on that note, those were our opinions, and don't forget, they do not matter. We will see you again next week. Bye.